on challenge of online education. I robbed this idea of subject from another host because I wasn't with ideas this month. Hello, everyone from YouTube. We are on live now. My name is Tali. I will talk a little about Talking Talking. Talking Talking is a platform where you can practice English, Spanish, French. It's not a regular course. It's a platform where you can book, you can schedule a conversation in a specific language, and you have a conversation with people like we will have here. Um, I'm a host. I'm a student like everyone here. I'm not correct everyone. I'm not correct anyone here. All right. So the subject today is about the challenge of online education that I took from another post. Now let me take the questions. Um, but before the first question, I would like to ask, uh, who's here uh, can or usually can watch a entire classes, a entire course that only has recorded video classes. For example, I don't.
Okay. Who can do what? Like see an entire class with
The
what?
entire the entire class, the entire course is recorded. We recorded videos. No heavy, not heavy any live classes. Just recorded videos that you paid. Do you watch entire? Do you finish it every course you buy it at Udemy, for example?
So in my case, well, I didn't pay for it. My French courses that I found here online for in a Brazilian institution as well. And I did it twice because it was the first time that I was studying French from scratch. So the first time that I watched all of them, I didn't understand so well. But then I had to rewatch it to start making my own examples. So yeah, I finished it. Those videos, and I didn't have a teacher. All of that I had was the videos were recorded in the platform.
Who else finishes? I asked that because last year I did a research at my LinkedIn. Now my LinkedIn is deactivated to take care of my mental health. But last year I did a research at my LinkedIn. And my LinkedIn, most of them are people from technology, UX, some from NGOs. I asked it in I did the research. Did you finish it all the recorded classes videos you bought? 90% response no. I think 40, more or less, I don't know. I forgot 400, mais ou menos, more or less, response started. So many people, it really happened. So many people pay for a course that is video recorded and don't watch. Forget, I will do that after. I will do tomorrow. I will, and it is they never arrive. This happen a lot. And it is the research I did, I discovered so many 90% of the people response that didn't watch. I think one of the success of Talking Talking is because the immersions, the conversations are in live. We are now having conversation now,
Yeah.
because yeah. I asked if someone want to say something about that, I'll share the experience.
Yes. It is important self-discipline. It is
Yeah,
important constance. It's difficult, but it's important.
I believe it's not only it's because like you have an entire life, you have your routine, you have a job, you have your I don't know kid, a lot of things. So when you just want to stop and see something, if other things happen, you will stop the class and do the other things. Like me, my son appears here in the door a lot of times during the immersion right now, and I'm just focused. Okay, I can see, I can watch him because I will just, like lost my focus and things like that. So I believe when you are just seeing something that we can pause or something like that, we just, like lost the concentration, lost the focus. Something that when it's online, we don't have the time to stop and do other things. And I'm not saying that it's not important classes and knowledge, but when we have a kid doing a lot of math and maybe playing with these dangerous things, it just stop what you're doing and go to another place to solve the problem. So I believe that's the reason, like life's more important than this moment. I can be totally wrong, okay? It's just my opinion.
interesting. Interesting point. I think it can be a lot of things, but I would like also to hear the opinion of Christian and Fernanda. Why people don't watch recorded videos online?
I think sometimes the people don't things put other things in front of it. I need to do this thing at my house. It's more important to this course, and always other things are more important. It's difficult to have a priority in the recorded course sometimes because we know that the classes are there for any time we want. So that's why I think sometimes it's difficult to have this responsibility to watch.
It's difficult too, uh, for me, using new technologies. It is difficult. For example, today I use AI, but next year, new AI. For me, it's difficult, variable.
And about you, Christian?
Sure, I totally agree with that part that Fernanda just mentioned it, that just the fact that we know that those videos will remain there forever, I think that we create that in our minds. Oh, I will do it tomorrow or maybe the next week. I think that it's something, it's not good. I think that it's a change that we have to do in our minds. And as well because I think that most of us, we are not used to have this kind of education. I think that it became kind of normal since pandemic time, but I think that kind of changes are are difficult to do. But I think Priscilla said something interesting that it was self. What was the word? I
Discipline,
got the
life
word, but I
discipline,
forgot.
self
Self-discipline. It's
discipline.
crucial. Yeah, self-discipline is crucial.
Discipline.
This we need to we need to be disciplined people. Constancy as well is essential for that. And learn those kind of things that I think is the hardest part at the beginning. But then when you find the way and when you get used to do this kind of studies online, I think that it will become kind of normal for you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have, please, Christina, go.
Sorry. Go on.
No, please go finish. That's what you want to say.
Okay, for me, it is more easy today because I am 31 years old. But one study with so 14, it is more difficult.
Yeah.
Self-discipline is more difficult.
Yeah, I remember from the Kumon methodology, for example. The Kumon methodology, it's a Japanese methodology. To repeat, it's a internet methodology where that forces you to create a certain discipline. But usually, before I did this research, I thought people don't finish classes that are recorded, but they didn't pay it because people don't value I have an NGO. I have vehicles person working in NGO offering scholarship from expensive courses. I can talk about that. People don't value free things, especially if it is online. It's totally especially if it is online. So I thought that free courses, free online courses, recorded people don't watch because they didn't sacrifice anything to get that. But I thought that if you pay, you will finish it. But then I did this research at my LinkedIn with so many people from technology, from UX, from product, from and 90% no, didn't finish. It's just 10%. So I was really surprised that people don't finish their online courses with video records. They bought and don't finish. I think this is one big challenge of online education. Talking about our subjects, né? And suggestions. How, in your opinions, what could be done for people to watch the recorded videos? What could be done for people to watch the recorded videos, in your opinion?
If you finish the course, we return the money for you. I believe everybody will watch the video.
Do you believe?
Yes, of course. Imagine like a course that you pay 1,000 or 1,000, not 100, 1,000. So you receive the knowledge and the money back. So I believe people will watch the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we will receive the money back. I think it's it's a good option. I don't know if it's viable, but
It's good for the student, not for the people who is selling the course, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Who else would like to give your opinion about that?
Something that I would like to add, it's maybe you have to analyze yourself and think about why you are not doing your courses. Because even though you play it and you just let it playing over there and you learn anything from it, I think that it's a waste of time, a waste of money. Maybe try to find maybe a course that it's something that you really want to do, or maybe will really help you in in achieve your goals. Because it doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter if you just play it and you don't learn anything from it. That's I think that's my opinion because, for example, I found that course online in French, and learning French is so linked to my big goals. So that's why I did it twice. So that was my why I did it in that way. And if you are piling your courses online over there and you are not finishing them, maybe it's because you don't know where you're going or what you're gonna do with those courses or with that knowledge that is over there. So maybe try to analyze yourself better before paying a new course.
Do therapy. Who's the next?
Um, sorry. For me, motivation is needed, but it's too one good option is I don't know, but weird system. Example, in my case, I study online ads every day. Okay, I also many videos. In my case, I learning and I practice after in my case, I have money. For me, it's important one system with money, but to other example, other example. I don't know English recompensa, but other no just money, but for me it's important this system. Do you understand?
Reward. Recompensa, reward.
Rewards.
Reward.
For me, it's important reward system.
Like a gamification system you are talking
Yes,
about.
yes. For me, it is
Okay.
important. And special with kids and teen. For me, it's interesting.
Healthy. And about you, Fernanda, your opinion.
Yeah, it got it a little bit for me. What is the question? I felt.
Now, what, in your opinion, what we can do for people watch the recorded videos?
Okay. Maybe like to um schedule a time every day to watch a little bit because it will be easier, not just, oh, I will watch this course this whole weekend. Maybe it's difficult to do that. Maybe try to you scheduled doing this course during your routine. Also take note of how many classes there are in this course and put this in a place that you can see and see your progress. Maybe it's a good way to finish the course, like taking a time every day, not just doing everything the same day.
Yeah, I have TDA. For me, it's very difficult to watch recorded videos. I bought a tablet, a Xiaomi Pad, to just study and watch recorded videos because at the computer, I distracted so easily. So I bought a tablet and a chair. I have a chair and a place with the tablet that I watch the video. And I don't have a computer to see another thing. Yeah, I created an environment to you are here, you will do that. To force myself and you don't get distraction. This is what works for me. And put this at my agenda as Fernanda said to have self-dice. Okay, now we will start the questions I take. I wanted to talk about this first because I think it's a challenge of education. It's a really big challenge. We have so many content creators, so many producers that creates courses people bought and don't finish. É, what precisa do and say something? Priscilla,
Sorry?
do you want to say something?
I don't understand. Sorry.
Do you want to say something?
No.
Okay, because I hear you. Let's talk about the subject. Question 2. How does the lack of face-to-face interaction in online education affect students' motivation and engagement? It's the question number 2. What's your opinions? How does lack of face, yeah, of face-to-face interaction in online education affect students' motivation and engagement?
For me, sorry.
Mhm.
For me, it make students feel lonely, alone. They feel less connected to the class and don't feel excited to learning. Other example, in the class traditional, uh, talking with my friends, but online it's difficult. For me, that's it. It makes students feel lonely.
No, Priscilla, no. Online is better. Like when you're in class, you don't have to talk to others, like just the teacher. But I'm not teacher. But like I'm here, and it's really a challenge for me, like being here with webcam open and talk to people that I don't talk in my daily routine, new people that I don't know. For me, it's so hard. So imagine do it like personal, face to face, like in the real life. No, I can't do it. I can't. Like, I remember when I did the normal classic English course, then it was a really challenge because I have to be face to face with people. I was really ashamed of everything. And here, like online, it's so easier. Like, I don't know. I don't like to be face to face to anyone. Like, my place, my room. I believe it's better. I feel comfortable. People is not judging me or something like that. In personal, I don't know. I see the face of people judging me. I don't like it.
Victoria, I understand, but it's different English class. But
I don't know.
Portuguese class, math class, science class, it's difficult online.
No
For me,
way. Like,
other example, kids, it's difficult.
no, it isn't. Like when I was in the college, I passed the entire class playing Call of Duty on my cell phone, and when I returned to home, I searched in Google like the subject of the class and studying at home. I was there just to like I don't know how to say in English, but não levar falta, just friends. I didn't pay attention. Like I study at home, it's better. I just stay at the end of the class like sitting, like hiding myself.
I
No,
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. For me,
Hey,
it's a challenge being
do
around
you
people.
agree with me or do you agree, Victoria?
What?
In my case, I prefer traditional.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially for me, I prefer not today, but because I today I am working and I am studying. But for me, class it's important. I don't know English, but traditional,
But
special
imagine
special
we never
class.
been here like in person. You never met me in person, like me, Tali, Christian, Fernanda. So you are losing the opportunity to be with the best people ever if it's just personal, like in person, not online.
Yes, but think about I don't know, a child. Think about child. It's difficult.
My son just learned to write and read himself, so I don't know. But Christian, Fernanda, and Tali, please, like, help me convince the Priscilla that the best way is online.
Okay, we
Please
have two.
vote me. Vote me.
Okay,
So
Christian Jamal.
uh, I think that there is not exist a better way for learning. I think that there is a way for every single person. I know people who enjoy learning online. I know people who enjoy learning in presence. So it's kind of difficult to say what is the right way because in my personal opinion there is no a perfect way of learning. Uh, for me, learning online works maybe because I always love it being in front of the my computer from since I was a kid. So I don't have any problem being here all of the day, working, practicing English, starting new things, here in the same place. But for example, for my wife, she's not like that. She needs to go outside. She needs to walk. She needs to do different other kind of activities to feel well. So I think that it depends of the person. But I totally agree that, for example, people who love to be just in home and working and studying online or remotely, like that is my case. It can impact my relation with others, I would say, because human beings, we are social beings, so we need to have that interaction with others to develop different skills, human skills. So if you are just over there, or if you have a kid who is in your house, maybe he or she won't be able to interact well with others, and so it can impact negatively his or her growth.
And about you, Fernanda?
I agree with Christian. Like, I think depends on the person. Like, some people prefer to learn online, others no. But um, I think you need to see what is better for you to learn and try to learn this way. So yeah, that's it.
I think it depends of the person and depends of the subject. For example, to
Mm.
practice idioms, it's interesting online to practice idioms. After the people get some confidence, for example, we are here having a conversation fully in English. For a beginner, for some beginners, people they could prefer in-person classes to start learning English. I started learning English with a personal teacher some years ago because it is what worked for me. After that, I was developed by myself. I'm here now in talking nowadays. And for example, we are here to practice conversation. It's interesting to have to have used the internet because we have people from other states, other cities, with other accents, with other backgrounds. So when we are talking about practicing a new language and you can talk that language by yourself, you can develop it. I think it's better for, in my opinion, okay? It's better to have online because you have more options to practice. For example, I can go to a website and schedule a classes with a Chinese teacher from Taiwan to practice my conversation too. But to arrive to this level, I needed to practice with more with in another way. So I think depends of the subject of the people. I have a religion, I'm a Taoist, and we have a group study of Xing that is impersonal. It's a personal group where we will go to the house of one of the students and study the book, the oracle, ourselves. It's totally impersonal. It's not online. It's exactly group studying something more spiritual, philosophical. For this kind of thing, I think in personal is better. For example, online is not really interesting. So depends of the people, depends of the subject, depends of the moment of the life. This is my opinion.
I know it isn't about the subject of the immersion, but can you put the name of your religion here in the chat? That I went to Googling it after the immersion. I'm curious.
Taoist. Tao. It's a Chinese religion. Do you know the yin yang symbol? The yin
I
yang
don't think
is a
so.
religion
Yeah,
of the is
it's
the
a
religion.
religion?
It's a religion.
I didn't know about that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
just
a religion.
continue the immersion. Sorry, I'm just so curious.
So, but it's not really famous here. People don't know much about that. The people is very in their place, don't show to the world. Yeah. But yeah, it's a religion. Uh, let's let me see another question. The question number 3 is interesting. What challenge do educators encounter when designing and delivering effective online courses? I would like to hear the opinion of Fernanda Tachart, the teacher of Spanish in Talking Talking.
What is the question? I lost.
Question
Sorry.
3,
Three.
about the challenge of educators.
I think it's like taking the attention in the class because I don't know if the person have like other things to distract in her house. So sometimes it's difficult having the attention the moment of the class. Um, yeah, for me, it's the most difficult challenge, and also like designing the classes sometimes to have a better like in the classes change some exercises for each student depending on what way he learns better. So this is a little bit difficult too.
What do you see the difference of designing in-personal class than designing an online class with just recorded videos?
Mm. I think it recorded is not so easy to understand the doubts of the person. Like in a in-person class, you can ask, "Oh, do you have any doubts?" And then you already explain for this person. But in a recorded video, it's a little the person can write the doubt, but it's a little bit different, like explaining in person and explaining with a text. So I think this is the most different.
Yeah. I did my Chinese classes in live because I tried recorded videos and it didn't work. I started, I will watch this tomorrow. I will watch this tomorrow. It's worked. Yeah. But with the live classes, with the personal teacher, it's better for me. I do the exercises, I study by myself. You need to watch the way it works for you. Angie, Vitória, Christian, Priscilla, what challenge do educators encounter when designing and delivering effective online courses, in your opinion? It's the question number
I
3.
just skipped it because I don't know how to answer.
But in general, what do you think? You don't need to be educator online. It's your imagination.
I don't know. I can imagine something like that. Like you have like a question, just send an email or, be in contact with some platforms or I don't know. I can imagine like just about the internet. Like if the person doesn't have internet in that day, they can just give the class or just if it's online, you're just a little bit delay to answer the email or something like that, just about it because you're not in person, so you can't answer in the real time. I believe is it. I can imagine like a real big problem because I love the internet and I love not being in person with person with people. So I defend with all of my power the internet and all the online things.
See, Christian or Priscila? Priscila?
For me, teachers need to make online class interesting and many times funny. For me today, it's important. They also have to deal with internet or software's problems because it is, I don't know English, but it's difficult. Today, study watch videos with YouTubers and need learn no classes, interesting class and funny class because it's important attention of studies. I don't know. Students. For me, that's it. It is difficult, but teachers need to make online class interesting and many times funny.
Yeah, I think also in presence. I think it's also in personal because the teachers from school that are hard, it's becoming most difficult to take attention from the students from the schools. It's not just online. It's about you, Christian.
Yeah, I completely agree with Priscilla. I think that teachers must be adaptables, even more now that we are living with the development of the technology. Technology is part of our lives, and I know that there were some teachers who were kind of advanced age, who struggled so much in pandemic time before the adaptability that they was kind of difficult to them start working with Zoom, with different application online, with internet. It was so challenging to a lot of teachers. So first they had to learn it, then they had to continuing doing the classes. So I think that it was so challenging, most for people who had advanced age. Another one, I totally agree with that part that teachers need to try to find ways to take the attention of the students even more in online classes. Let me see what else. I think that's it in general.
I think it's less difficult to get attention when you are in personal. You are all because you are having a personal classes. Physical, I think it's much more easy to take attention, much more easy to have a concentration of the subject. The recorded videos, most of them had to be 5 to 10 minutes for people to watch at the bus, at the subway. So for example, in person, you can have 1 hour entire of course, but when you do a recorded classes, you need to do small videos, 5 to 10 minutes, with a specific subjects for people to watch. So you need to do a smaller class to make the people pay attention. The question number, Priscilla?
Sorry. For me, keeping students' attention is difficult, especially using mobile every time. It is difficult. Keeping
Yeah,
students' attention is difficult.
totally agree.
More difficult today and a more difficult kind day.
So let's finish the immersion with the question number 5. It's very interesting. What strategies can be implemented to ensure students with disabilities have equal opportunities in online education?
Okay, I believe that not the best one, but I believe things that people should do it all the time. Subtitles. Oh my God, subtitles. It's so important, like it's not about the disabled people, like moms who has kids like babies, they can't just listen all the time in classes and they have to pay attention for the kids. So like subtitles help moms, people like who is deaf. It's deaf, right? I don't know the word in English. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So deaf people and because the audio you can help blind people, but it doesn't matter if the deaf person is seeing you because they can't understand. And sometimes it's not a person talking and the people can see the mouth. Sometimes it's a video that doesn't matter, like just put the video there and things happen. And the important thing is the audio. So I believe subtitles, it's amazing. It's perfect.
I agree with Vitória. Who else?
Number 5,
Yeah.
for me, we can use audio descriptions. It is important. And teachers also need to learn how to take our students. For me, it is important our students learning other students. I don't know English, but força tarefa.
Workforce or workforce.
Yes, but it's important as assess. I don't know, but audio description it's interessante.
Yeah, totally.
That's
Christian
it.
and Fernanda.
I agree with you guys. I think it's important having this option of audio description for everybody can have a better experience in the course. And also, maybe the classes be more dynamic, not just the teacher talking all the time, one person talking all the time. Have I don't know, being a little bit dynamic and not so much big classes. I think it's something sometimes boring to watch in a recorded course. Big classes like I don't know more than 30 minutes. It's a little bit complicated to finish watching.
And about you, Christian?
So, I think that subtitles would help, and maybe developing new tools, different application for this population, I would say. Uh, I think that is kind of tricky because uh, even now that even now in present there are some of uh, there are a lot of difficulties related to this problem. So imagine now in online education, I think it will be harder. I won't say that it's gonna be impossible, but I think that there are a lot of things that may be developed or adapted. Yeah, there is a lot of work to do. But I think that maybe with technology it will become easier to 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 people for that population.
Subtitles helps a lot, as Victoria has said, help especially neurodivergent people that has a little delay of the mind to what they heard, to capture information. And when they read the information, it helps to maintain, you read and you listen, it helps to maintain the information. Libras, it's difficult to have the entire videos in Libras, but Libras helps a lot for deaf people. I always change it surdo com as pessoas surdas com cego. Let me just blind. The deaf is surdo. For Libras for deaf people. Even the subtitles helps a lot. And nowadays we have AI to create subtitles. So when I see a video that don't have subtitles, I don't watch because I think, come on, there is AI. You can take the button and to get the text of the software. It's the minimum. It's the minimum of accessibility to get to ask the AI to create the subtitles. And we also have the colors because we have people that has different colors of contrast. I forgot the name now of this condition, but some people don't see that some kind of colors. So you can also take care of the colors you use in your presentations, in your infographics of your presentations to show information. I'm a UX designer, so I studied it a lot. I studied it a lot. And I have worked with digital accessibility. Text is important to have the material in video, but also in text, different ways, different formats of that knowledge. Because, for example, a people that is blind can use the video screen, the screen reader to listen the content and not sometimes they prefer to use the text, the screen reader to watch the content, to read, to listen to the content and learn than to watch the video because they use the screen reader so fast. If we people that see you use that way, we don't understand what the screen reader is telling. Nowadays there is a lot of ways to make your digital content more accessibility. So let's finish. How was the immersion? How was the subject?
I like
This was,
subjection. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Priscilla. Continue. Go ahead.
In my case, talk a lot. Talk a lot. But I like immersion and I like subject. For me, it's interesting. And I learn today for me, it is special for time with immersion. I don't know English, but talk just in, just in English talking for me it is special. Thanks so much. Thank you, Taylor, Victoria, Fernanda, Christian. I learn a lot.
Victoria, you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just said that it's really interesting. Like, I like this topic because I have a son. So when we're talking about education, it's so big for a kid, like trying to educating a kid, it's so hard. So when I come to immersions like that, I just come thinking, okay, what thing here that I will learn and trying to do with my son is not only about the English. So I like the subject.
Christian, Fernanda?
Oh, I like talking about it, something related to my profession. So it was really good. A little bit difficult sometimes talking about it, but I really enjoyed the conversation.
I love it too. I think it was a interesting subject to talk about, even though it was kind of tricky at some moments to talk about education because it's not my cup of tea. But that is, thank you so much for bringing up this subject to the table.
Thank you, everyone. Now, people from YouTube, I'm now finishing the stream. Thank you for watching. If you but or if you watch later, thank you for watching. Okay, now I'm finishing here the transmission on YouTube.